Everybody, welcome to this final episode of 2019. It's hard to believe, but this year is almost over. In just a couple days, we'll be celebrating New Year's with excitement. Hopefully you got your goals set for 2020 and you're ready and raring to go. But first, what have we learned in the last year that's going to help us build toward the future? My name's John Dornoff. And my goal is to maximize your personal life, your business potential, and your career. So looking back in the last 2 years, I'm actually looking back in the last 2 years for me, a lot has happened to me. But two things stand out. First, 2 years ago, in 2018, I really banished that critic. That inner critic that just isn't a positive force, it's really a negative force. I talked about this in a own video. But one of the things that happened to me that really enforced that I had really kicked that critic was that I was doing a presentation. I was actually emceeing a historic awards banquet, and I made a flubber, and instead, I could have sat there and been mad at myself or, kind of ruined the whole meeting. Instead, I actually made a joke and people laughed about it and we went on from there and it was forgotten. And when you're public speaking, that's what you have to do. You're going to be making mistakes. Even the most perfect speaker is going to make mistakes. But it's how you overcome those mistakes. Just like how you overcome everything else in life. This year was something totally unexpected to happen, which, most of us would never want to happen, but it did. And for those of you who didn't see the video, on June 4th or June 20th, I was walking, and a guy just came up to me and smashed me in the face. Broke my nose, which was the first time I ever had a broken bone. And I bled worse than I've ever bled in my life. Thought I was going to die. But as I talked about in my very first video, Respond or React, I'm calmed down and I responded to the situation. One of the problems I was having was getting my cell phone to dial. I was bleeding so bad it was bleeding right on the phone. But what happened was I finally calmed down. I brushed the phone off with grass nearby and was able to dial quickly enough before enough more blood got onto it and was able to call 911. And because I had calm, it was a responding situation. When the police got there in less than a minute, I was able to give them a good description of the person that did it, and they caught him within an hour. And he spent 6 months in jail before pleading no contest and getting a 5-year suspended sentence. Plus the fact that my responding to the situation also helped with healing. The paramedics that responded mentioned the fact that I was really calm and collected and doing well, and that was helping the situation. And the doctor also said that it helped my healing. So by responding instead of reacting, able to calm your system and be able to handle those kind of situations. Now it affected my life even today, I still have some residual pain from it. And it took me a couple months to get back to my normal routine. But I did. I'm pretty much back to normal now. Now, the last couple weeks have been a really trying situation, personally, because my older daughter, who's 15, she's been suffering dizzy spells for going on several years now. But on the Saturday before Christmas, we were having dinner, and she had a full-on seizure. And that was it, trying to respond to that. And our younger daughter, who's 16 months younger, really freaked out, didn't know how to, she was crying, afraid that they're going to lose her sister, which I understood because, I was afraid too. But, I had to sit there and be calm for her and let her know that, things work out the way they're meant to work out. And our daughter had another seizure just a couple days later, but has been fine for the last few days. The worst part, doctors don't know what's going on. They haven't been able to find it. And so we're having to dig into her family history. She's adopted, so we have to dig into her family history and hopefully find a why she's having these. But what you do is, through all of it, is do your best to say, look for the positive. And the fact is, both times she came out of it relatively quickly, and we have an opportunity to try to find out what's going on, and just try to look for the best. So here it is, 2020. You got your goals set up. I know I have a lot of goals set up. Now, one of the things is, one of the books I mentioned in the couple episodes ago was a book called The One Thing, is where you concentrate on one thing. And actually, most of my goals actually are working toward that one thing. So really, the goals are more an action plan to get to where I want to be in the next year. I hope you'll come along the ride and share them. I hope you've had a fantastic 2019. What lessons have you learned from 2019? And what are your goals for 2020? Put them down into the comments section. I want to hear from you. And hope you'll like to comment and subscribe. You have a fantastic New Year's, and we'll see you in the next video.